Hello learners, I welcome you all. Today I am going to take up a new chapter of your book of class 10th, two stories about flying, and presently I am going to take up first part of it, his first flight. The story is written by Liam O'Flaherty, is an account of a young bird that is afraid to fly for the first time. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step, and that fear is all in the mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. If I talk about the author, Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer and a major figure in the Irish literacy renaissance. He was a founding member of the Communist Party of Ireland. Dear learners, now come to the story. His first flight is written by Liam O'Flaherty, who is an Irish novelist and short story writer. It is an allegory. Let me tell you what is an allegory. Allegory is a literary device. An allegory is a narrative in which a character, place, or event is used to deliver a broader message about real world issues and occurrences. It is used to convey hidden or complex meanings through symbolic figures, actions, imagery, or events, which together create a moral or a spiritual meaning the author wishes to convey. An allegory is a figure of speech in which abstract ideas and principles are described in terms of character, figures, and events. The objective of its use is to teach some kind of a moral lesson. So, dear students, we will learn a moral by the end of this story. It is about a young seabird, who is scared of making its first flight. It didn't trust its wings, so that's why he did not give it a try to fly, though it had wings, but it thought that it's not strong enough to make him fly. It depicts one's fear of trying out new things and emphasizes the need of bravery and courage in one's life. We need to have bravery and courage to take steps. We should be aware of our strength. We should believe in our abilities, and we should not fear taking new steps. It conveys that one should trust one's abilities and highlights the need of motivation in one's life. Motivation plays very vital role in our life. With motivation we can do wonders, but if somebody discourages us, then people they hesitate to move any further. Now the theme of the story, his first flight, his first flight highlights the importance of self-belief and self-confidence. Self-belief and self-confidence very important things in a life. It acknowledges the need of courage and motivation in one's life. The question of survival is the strongest force in life. Life teaches us the lesson that no one else can. Yeah, we can never learn anything by others. Life itself we can learn better through our own experiences. That's why learning by doing is emphasized nowadays. Even if you are given a situation, you can do better. If suppose you are learning to ride a bicycle, then watching videos or somebody giving you some instructions, it will not help you. You have to do it by yourself. Yeah, you will make mistakes sometimes you will fall down, but ultimately you will learn from your own experiences. Suppose when you tried first you fell down, but you learnt the reason why did you fly, and next time you will not do that kind of mistake. The message conveyed through this story, the underlying message of this story is the only thing we have to fear is the fear itself. Once we are able to overcome our fear, it transports us to the world of confidence, joy, and satisfaction. The story's first flight teaches us the lesson of bravery and courage and self confidence. One needs to be confident of its abilities and shouldn't be scared of making first attempt due to fear of failure. We should nourish a belief that we have been given innate abilities that will never fail. We should trust them. We have to have this, uh, you know, courage. We have to have this faith in our mind that this is innate ability in us. We will learn this. We will never fail, and we have to trust on ourselves. Now, this particular story, if I talk about this particular story, his first flight, there is a young seagull who was scared to make its first flight because it did not trust on its wings. All the family members encouraged it to fly, but it couldn't. Its younger brothers, even those who are younger than him, younger brothers and sisters made attempt and were successful in flying, but young seagull didn't have faith on its wings. It was scared to think that if it tried, its wings won't support and it would fall into sea. So that was the main fear because he had not faith in his abilities. He thought that his wings are not strong enough to make him fly. And when wings won't support it, it would fall down into the sea. So that was the main fear. The mother couldn't see young seagull like this. Parents, they do not want their children not to learn anything. They even teachers, elders in your family, your parents, they all want you to learn something new each day. The mother couldn't see young seagull like this, and all the family members deserted it on the ledge where it was sitting and flew across the sea to live on another hill. Yeah, to teach him a lesson because his parents, his family members, they were trying hard to make him fly. But since it couldn't, they thought now let's teach him a lesson. When other things didn't work, then they tried this one. They all left him alone and they all migrated to another hill. The seagull was there all alone for 24 hours. It was starving because since it could not fly, it could not catch its prey. So it was starving and painfully looking at its family members catching fish and enjoying their meal together. Now, from that hill, he was watching his family members that they all were quite happy. They all were catching fish, catching insects, and they were making merry. So he thought how disgusting it is sitting here all alone, hungry. He did not eat anything since past 24 hours, so he was very frustrated. It cried in hunger. Its mother came near Seagull with a scrap of fish in its beak and tempted Seagull to make a dive for fish. You know how we teach a child to walk properly. First, a child never wants to get up on his feet, but we have to make them believe that yeah, no problem. Suppose you give them a finger or hand to catch, then by this way they will try to catch your hand or catch your finger, and they will get up by their own. So his mother and his family members, they thought this. See, now its mother came near Seagull with a scrap of fish in its beak and tempted Seagull to make a dive for fish, but Seagull didn't, and mother flew away. Seagull again called its mother desperately. Mother again came, but this time nearer with a fish as bait. Hunger maddened it. As it made an attempt to take fish, mother flew in the sky and seagull fell down the ledge. Yeah, second time when the mother came near him, near the seagull, seagull was on the edge of the hill where he was sitting. When its mother came, but actually its mother did not give him the fish. It flew away, and when seagull tried to catch the fish, it jumped from its place. But when mother flew into the sky, it made an attempt to take fish. Mother flew in the sky and seagull fell down the ledge. Seagull was falling down, but his fear lasted for a minute. Now he had no other option because he was falling from that height from the hill, and now there was sea, beneath him. So his fear lasted for a minute, and then its wings opened by its own, and it made a desperate attempt to fly. I tell you this, that a man runs the fastest when somebody chasing him. Earlier, if you ask him to run, they will run slowly. But when somebody chases him, they will surely run the fastest. So this time, since it had no other option, it opened its wings and it made a desperate attempt to fly. To its amazement, it was not falling because it had strong wings. It had the ability. It was innate ability in him, because seagulls and other birds which have strong wings, they are meant to fly. Then it flapped its wings and flew up. This way young seagull made its first flight and soon was learning how to catch its food. So the moral, if we talk about the moral, that is, we should not hesitate. We should always have faith in our abilities. Sometimes motivation is needed. Sometimes someone else is needed to guide us, to motivate us, or a reason is needed. Earlier some people, they were not used to of using such things, internet and surfing and all other things, but nowadays in this pandemic people started using, because it is the need of the hour. So necessity is the mother of invention. That's why people started learning such kind of things. Now the young seagull, if we talk about, if I sum up this story, the young seagull is a symbol of every youngster who has the potential but dare not to dream big. Though he had the inborn ability to fly, he would not fly. He lacked the confidence to make his first flight. He thought that the fall would kill him. His parents tried every method to make him fly. Neither encouragements, scoldings, or threats made him make the attempt to fly. It was necessity, hunger, and the coaxing of his mother, a bit of deceit by the parents, that made him achieve his potential. So, by this way, the young seagull learned how to fly. I hope you all liked it. Have a nice day. Thank you.